Hey, everyone! I'm Becca, he's Matt, and this is Becca's Book Club Adventure.
Welcome back, everybody.
All right, let's get into the recap.
All right. So, first of all, this book is like 625, 630 pages. We're going to gloss over some stuff. So, don't hate us in the comments. All right. Iron Flame picks up right after Fourth Wing, with Violet healing and Aricia under Brennan's care. And if you forgot who Brennan is, it's her brother. As she recovers, we learn more about the rebellion, its key players, its goals, its gaps, etc. And Violet remains cold towards Xaden and his betrayal of trust from the end of Book 1.
But with graduation looming and the group needs to return to Basgiath after waiting for a new harness to be made for Andrana because she's doubled in her size.
Indeed. Once they're back, they have to navigate the fallout from Colonel Atos's near-lethal war game decisions. Though Atos is ultimately removed from Basgiath, for those decisions, he vows revenge, and his successor, the ruthless Major Varish, sorry, I stumbled over that because it auto-corrected Varish to Varnish. The ruthless Major Varish isn't any better. Maybe even worse.
Just as Andarna enters dreamless sleep, Xaden graduates and departs for active duty, elevating Dane and Rhiannon into leadership roles as a new class of cadets arrive, including Auric, the king's son, and Sloane, Leon's sister, who Violet promised to protect.
And so the second year kicks off, and it's a lot like the first year, but kind of like on steroids. There are harsher lessons, propaganda-laced classes, brutal rider survival class, not to mention assassination attempts from Colonel Atos, as well as constant punishment from Varish.
And it's not just Violet. Xaden is dealing with the same perils alongside his active duty responsibilities.
As sleeping patterns begin to falter and mental shields begin to fray, Violet juggles political tensions, keeps her friends at an arm's length so she won't lie to them or implicate them in the rebellion, and also works with Jesinia to begin uncovering missing archive intel about the wards.
Violet endures fake interrogations that are anything but fake. Jack Barlow re-enters classes after Nolan mends him, constant worry over Xaden, Terran and Sigael's needs, and Varish's need to keep them apart, as well as anxiety over being caught researching illegal texts with Jesinia.
During a lull, the squad finds a way to escape their capture in the fake interrogation. But afterwards, the squad are all way too interested in finding out what Violet knows that Varish so badly wanted to find out, because it's clearly not just a fake secret code phrase that they were given.
And then the good news arrives. Jesinia has found the place where the ultimate intel is stored. Bad news, it's a royal vault, with wards that only allow someone of a royal bloodline to pass.
Thankfully, we have just such an individual, and Eric is there to help them through an extremely anxious midnight flight through the archives. And with his help, they find and steal 2 journals from the original 6 writers, and then barely escape. Xaden is able to take one of the journals to Brennan, but Violet gets caught with the other journal.
For this, Varish tortures Violet for 5 long days, using Nolan to keep her alive. When Dane comes to read her memories after she hasn't broken, Violet forces Dane to see what she wants him to see: the truth.
Dane then proceeds to begin rescuing her, just as Xaden storms in with Garrick for a bloody showdown, along with confessions of his undying love for Violet. They all flee Basgiath to the rebellion, along with half of the cadets and professors.
Later, Violet makes a desperate bid to protect Aricia by negotiating for Viscount Terracus Luminary by defeating Avenin and agreeing to accept the Griffin Flyers in Aricia since their academy was overrun.
As winter looms and the Venin and Wyverns advance on Navarre, Violet begins to raise the wards in Aricia, but also discovers that the real attack will be at Basgiath itself, where all Navarre's power is centralized.
At Bagskaeth, Jack Barlow, who is Venom by the way, breaks the ward stone in a massive betrayal, triggering a full-scale invasion. The following climactic battle is savage.
Between Violet's lightning, Xaden's shadows, in-air acrobatics, jumping from dragon to dragon, and saving Sawyer's life, Violet finds herself on the ground facing two Venom. She takes out one with lightning just as Andarna comes frickin' out of nowhere to torch and then eat the other one.
It's a good thing she's on the ground because Jacinia finds her and shows her the second journal and how to re-raise the wards.
In a heart-wrenching twist, General Sorengale gives her life to save Violet's, as well as imbue the wardstone with enough power for the 6 dragons, plus Andarna, an undocumented 7th breed, to fire the stone and re-raise the wards.
Wyverns fall from the sky dead after Xaden kills their leader and the Venom flee in panic, but it comes at a cost. In order for Xaden to best the stage, he had to become Venom, to beat the Venom.